Hello, everyone. Welcome to our newest edition of Five with Rob. I'm here to interview a McDowell Mountain business. And today we have Keith Jones with 𝐿𝐲𝑳. Welcome, Keith.
Thank you, Rob. I'm grateful to be here, man. Every time I get an opportunity to spend with you is always a gift. I appreciate being on the show, so I'm ready to go.
Okay, thanks. Right back at you. So 5 questions. When did you move to the Valley? Where'd you come from?
Well, so I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. I grew up in the South, so I'm a Southern boy. The Marine Corps brought me here, so I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps down in Yuma, Arizona. So
nice.
It's my first trip out west. I served in Desert Storm. Grateful, for the opportunity to contribute to the country and serve. And after my commitment was fulfilled there, I decided to check out Phoenix. And so I moved up, started going to ASU. And then I moved to McDowell Mountain Ranch in 2000.
Wow. I didn't even know that you served. Thank you so much. And that's what I love about this show is I'm learning more and more about the people I interview. And it's just another facet of your experience and your history I love about you. That's awesome. So I'm going to tell Danny, I don't know if she realizes that. So you could have picked anywhere in the Valley. You picked McDowell. You're there in the Desert Canyon Center, next to Cafe Au Clay and the insurance and Sapiens. How'd you find us over here?
Well, I moved to the neighborhood. So in 2000, and I bought a home here, and I just love the place. And when I was a financial planner for 13 years before beginning and founding a wellness company, and McDowell just seemed like a great spot. Everyone treated me incredibly kind. And over the years, when I would drive home from a business trip, it's something about coming over that little bridge on Thompson Peak and you see the mountains and the sun. And, Arizona is just such a great place anyway. But when you add that into the mix, it's home to me. And a space opened up here in Desert County Center. And I said, let's set some roots down. And so I've been here, for the last 7 years, and I love it.
Awesome. Good to hear. Tell us about the name. How'd you come up with the name? What does it mean?
Well, the name is 𝐿𝐲𝑳𝑳, and it can mean to be rejuvenated, to be restored, to be released, to be reminded. Anything you can think of that is like a fresh start, a recommitment. That's what it represents. And so we wanted to give people an opportunity to kind of reframe their lives or their health goals and just start anew. And so that's where the name comes from.
I had the chance to work with you over the past few years. Danny is a huge fan. We have friends that use you. I like reset personally because every once in a while I need to be reset and take in everything and reflect and start anew. So I think that's great. Tell us a little bit about your business because you're a big, strong guy, but you're also very cerebral. So tell us what makes you different. Tell us about the whole thing, what you can offer to McDowell Mountain residents. You're so hyper local, they don't need to go even past one, stoplight. They can get everything right here. So tell us a little bit about what you do and what you offer.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for the kind words about, our relationship, both as the client wellness coach relationship, as well as our friendship. I guess what makes us different is, you define what your goals are, and I'm just here to support you in those goals, whatever they may be. And I think what's a little different also is that it doesn't matter what your age is, your fitness level, what your starting point is. I've done workshops over the years where I work with young boys that are age, 8 to 17, and it's all about, helping boys become men, and it's leadership and etiquette and how to be a servant leader, as well as working on, the total being, mind, body, and spirit. And when I say spirit, I mean just really being kind to, others in who you cross paths with. In addition to that, we've done a lot of cancer survivor workshops. I had the good fortune of being connected with Mayo Clinic, where I serve as a wellness coach there these days. But about 10 years ago, I had the opportunity to start to work with cancer survivors. And so we did workshops to help them, you know, because it's really a new beginning for them after they've been diagnosed and go through treatment. And so becoming strong again physically, as well as restoring confidence, is a big deal too. And so we've done that. You name it, man, we do it. What else can I say that's different about us? We're really about inspiring you to inspire others. That's kind of our tagline. And so you can always count on me to show up as kind, to be understanding. You know, it's not all, you know, feng shui in here. I mean, we get down to business too. And so we work hard when it comes to training. But in terms of the cerebral part of it, we're really about being deliberate in our actions. And we make a commitment, keeping that commitment. So if you say you're going to show up for a workout, you know, the expectation is you're going to show up for a workout. And some days that's going to be coming off of 4 hours of sleep, and you may not have a lot in the tank. Another day you may be coming off 8 hours and you feel like a superhero. So however you show up, you know, we just want your best. And if it's on 4 hours, we'll take it. And you can always count on me to deliver my best. I've set my life up in such a way that it's about me showing up consistently, kind, and as a contribution to others. And everyone who comes through the door, you know, that's what we hope that they're walking away with, is that Keith was kind. The people that I trained with today, they crossed paths with, they were also kind, and they inspired me by giving me their best.
Great. I can tell you a little bit from my experience. You know, I've got teenage kids, and they're of that age where, you know, they're done with the sports, the group sports, and now they're more onto this like high school, middle school thing, and they're kind of floating around. And I know we brought them in, and you really helped. First of all, teenagers with the respect thing, the thank you, the pleases, the being humble and being appreciative of everything mom and dad do for them. So that is an amazing feat alone. They're working out every day. They're doing something now, not as a group activity, but they know they need to get on the trails and go for a bike ride or a walk or a swim or hit the basketball court, do something. So that is instilled in them. And it took your help. And I do thank you for that. And it's paying dividends, you know, a year later. I don't know how long it's been. You know, I don't know, when Dan and I met with you, I loved your whiteboard technique when, you know, you listen to us and you put it on a whiteboard and we see it, and I do a snapshot on my phone and I'm able to look at the notes. And I just think when you put it down in writing, it just solidifies everything and it makes it a commitment as opposed to words that are kind of floating around. So I love your style. Your place is really boutique-y. It's you probably do classes, but then you do a lot of individuals. What percentage is it individuals? Would you say it's like 70-30?
Yeah, I would probably say it's about probably 70-30. And the individual has a lot of different formats. So some people it's physical training, but that mostly takes place in a group setting. And for, you know, working with you and Danny, and as well as your two daughters, and your family is fantastic, by the way. Just everyone was like, you guys were so open to the suggestions that I had, and your girls were really on board with. Remember, you know, we say thank you. You know, whenever someone does a kindness for you, we say please, and they just took to that really quickly. And so I'm glad that they're showing their gratitude for everything that you and Danny do at home. And the whiteboard technique I came up with a long time ago. I've had like counseling sessions or coaching sessions where there's a lot of conversation, but no action. And so, you know, I think you combine the two, be a really active listener, come up with a plan together, agree upon the plan about how you're going to treat each other and appreciate each other. And then you follow up with actions, and then you have the accountability piece too on the other end of it. And you guys have done a great job of that. And so the whiteboard technique is really something that works for me, you know, and maybe that's from the military, you know, Marine Corps, they give you a checklist and they're not asking you asking you, 5 days later, whether you got it done. There's an expectation that you did, so you better write it down. Mm-hmm. And so I think a part of that is that Marine Corps training as well.
It's a great technique. So you want to share with the audience something that you've done with your clients that just was hit it out of the park, exceeded expectations, saved the day. You have anything you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we've done with our clients that is really unique is, kind of creating this kind of community and family vibe. Even if it's you only come one day, you'll feel it, or one time. And what that is just really a kindness and a compassion to the person next to you is what I think really hits it out of the park. I mean, because you're going to work hard, that's a given. If you go to do anything fitness related, I'm hoping you're working hard, that you're encouraged. I'm hoping that that happens. But we have this kind of collaborative vibe to where everyone's a partner. So you'll see people helping you change weights. You'll see people helping pick you up off the ground. Just all of those things that speak to community. I mean, some of us, like you're an athlete and you know the importance of teamwork. And when you have somebody who is, helping you up to that next level, whether you're rock climbing or I know you're an avid hiker and camper, to have somebody that's helping you put up that tent together really makes a difference. And so we're really big on collaboration. I think that's the one thing that knocks it out of the park is like you're never alone. And for those out there who are, I want a big challenge, trust me, I can create a workout that is super challenging for you. Whether you're a mountain biker, road bike, avid skier, triathlete, we can create the workout that is going to challenge you. So again, it's not all kumbaya. We have the kumbaya plus the workout, plus being kind and considerate of other people. And I think the other thing too is that we've created an environment that is really about inclusion. And so, no one's asking you like, you're not treated or excluded because you may have a different political ideology, a different religion, gender identity. Like none of that matters, man. Like we're coming together to support each other and being healthy and well. And that's it. So if you can be kind and you're willing to give your best, this is a good spot for you. Nice. And so I think that's what makes us different and what helps us, hit it out of the park.
Okay, well said. Last question. COVID's been with us for a couple months. I'm sure your whole environment's changed a little bit and what it looks like there and what you're offering. Could you tell the audience a little bit about what you're doing, offering, and what's changed?
Yeah, when COVID hit, I was actually on a ski trip when there was like little, you and I love skiing. So there was a little rumblings about, hey, there's this virus that is, kind of sweeping the world slowly, but it's going to, ramp up. And as I mentioned, I work at Mayo Clinic, and Mayo Clinic is a, really incredibly respected institution, and they rely heavily on science. And so I kind of defer to them and ask some of the, doctors who work in infectious diseases about what's going on. And they kind of communicated to me, the seriousness of the virus. And so as far as my business is concerned, I pivoted very quickly. So within like a week of, it really starting to hit the news wires, we went virtual, like quickly, cameras up and, getting on Zoom and getting an account and, teaching yoga virtually and spin classes and weightlifting classes and all of that very, very quickly we started to do. And for those clients who wanted to come in place while there was, while we were allowed to before the stay-at-home orders, we worked outside, so if you've ever walked, in Desert Canyon Center in the mornings between like, let's say 6 a.m. and 8 o'clock, you'll see me outside with a few clients practicing social distancing. I'm in a mask the whole time. I just want to make sure it's a very safe environment for everyone. And then when we were able to come inside, I make sure that what happens inside is the space is only limited to 4 people at a time. And it's a group workout that allows for us to do social distancing. In addition, everyone's required to wear a mask. And so if masking isn't your thing, then we can do it outside. If you want to work out indoors, then, a mask is required. So those are some of the things that we did to pivot very quickly without getting into a debate of whether or not to wear a mask or not. We just want everyone to be safe, and we just follow, the guidelines of health and science officials. And for me personally, having a relationship with Mayo Clinic, I believe and respect what they offer when it comes to healthcare, that I just defer to them.
Excellent. Anything else you want to add? It's been super, and I'm so happy I learned something about you today, and I hope everyone out there did as well.
Well, it's a couple of things that I'd like to add. One of the ones is I just want to thank you for this opportunity to discuss and share about 𝑘𝐨𝑒. And you've always been an advocate, and like I've heard just amazing things about the way that you take care of your clients is like second to none. And just the importance of supporting small businesses. You know, I'm a small business, obviously. Prior to the pandemic, everything was high touch. You know, physically you were around people, and a lot of that has changed. And so for me, I have when you become a small business owner, you have an affinity for other small businesses. And so what I started to do with my little bit of revenue was start to continue to support other small business, buying a gift card here. Like, you know, we have a dry cleaners over here, and they've really struggled. And so one of the things that I did was I went and bought, you know, $100 gift card, even though I was not wearing a suit and tie into work for several months at Mayo Clinic. I knew that one day I would, but I thought that it would be helpful. And that's what you've done for me, Rob, is that I paid that forward because of the way that you treated me in my business. You know, when things got really tough here with the pandemic, you and your wife continue to support me on a monthly basis. And I just so appreciate that. The other thing I want to say is that obviously, if you look at me, I'm a minority-owned business, and the folks here in McDowell Mountain Ranch have been incredible allies to me, man, with the way that not seeing color, just judging me, just evaluating me strictly on how can I contribute to them, and just the merit of that. And I've been so embraced and treated so kindly by everyone in our community that I just can't say enough. And it's just wonderful. So I love McDowell Mountain Ranch. I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful for the opportunity that you and Danny have given me. And just thank you for being a friend and an ally, man. I can't say enough.
Awesome. Appreciate it. I'm honored to have you on. Thank you for your service. It's incredible. And go get them today. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, Rob.
You got it. Take care.